Well folks, we're almost there. This dreadful year is almost over. 2021 is in sight. Who knows what awaits us? Perhaps we're in for a fresh restart, or perhaps 2021 will be just as bad, if not worse. Regardless, it does feel good to put this year behind us. For me personally, 2020 absolutely was a year of highs and lows. The lockdown caused me to focus on my channel in a way I had never really done before, but it also led to some depression and mental unwellness. Some terrible stuff has happened in the game industry this year, but the games themselves were incredible. My personal game of the year was Final Fantasy VII Remake, but there was a lot of 2020 masterpieces to pick from. Last year I did a state of the channel video looking back to 2019 and then ahead to 2020, and I want to make it a yearly tradition, so here we are. Overall, 2020 was an extremely positive year for my channel and for me as a YouTuber. Let's not beat around the bush and acknowledge that the biggest thing to happen was right here. My 3 videos focused on Age of Calamity's ending blew up in a way unlike anything in my channel's history. The only other videos with more views are my very first 2, and they've been accumulating views for years. Accompanying this massive spike in views was over 500 new subscribers. That is insane and unprecedented for me. My previous record high was like 50 in a week, and here we are hitting 500. That's so crazy to me, and it really made sure that I ended the year off on a very high note. So genuinely, thank you so much if you're watching this and are one of those people who subscribed recently because of those 3 videos. It really made my Christmas, and I just wanted you guys to know that. Of course, thank you to everybody else as well. Old subs who still watch, or people who subbed recently because of a different video, thank you to all of you. Of course, plenty of other cool things happened in 2020. The most exciting thing is, of course, the creation of Sheikah Squad. I've talked about Sheikah Squad tons on Twitter, but I don't think I've actually addressed it on YouTube yet. Anyways, Sheikah Squad is a ZeldaTube collaborative group formed between Newborn Keelik, Edible Incredible, Xenogamer, Tyler Townsend, and myself. It's spurred from the big collaborations I've done in the past, particularly the Zelda Challenge video. Newborn Keelik reached out to us and asked if we were interested in forming some sort of group, and of course I accepted. And I gotta say, it's the absolute highlight of my YouTube experience so far. All 4 of them are excellent people, and I really enjoy chatting with them. We've done numerous collaborations, you can find a couple in the description. A lore video on Newborn Keelik's channel, a podcast for Tyler's channel, and a timeline video on Edible Incredible's channel. I know Xeno has something in the works too, and you'll see the first Sheikah Squad video debut on my channel next month. If you want to keep up to speed with our projects, I'll link the Sheikah Squad Twitter in the description, as well as links to everybody's channels. I also made a lot of great friends outside the realm of Sheikah Squad. Triforce Trends, Christopher, and Triforce Truths in particular are wonderful fellow content creators that I'm privileged to have gotten to know over the last year, and many others of whom I'm delighted to talk to frequently. The ZeldaTube community is a really warm and friendly place, and I'm very grateful for that. I know a lot of other communities have a real sense of competition, and that certainly does exist within the ZeldaTube community, but it's friendly competition, and at the end of the day, we're all very supportive of each other, at least from what I've experienced. It's been a real blessing. So how about my 2020 resolutions from last New Year's? Well, I made a pledge to make 24 videos this year, 12 Hyrule histories, and 12 other types of videos. Did I succeed? Drumroll please. No, I failed on both accounts. I only released a single Hyrule history video in 2020 in the first couple months of the year on the Hyrule Civil War. And even in terms of video count, I only released 22 videos as opposed to the predicted 24. And 2 of them were like a minute long, so really it was only 20. I also said I was hoping to hit 5,000 subs by the end of the year, but I genuinely think I meant to say 1,500 and just misspoke, because there's no universe in which I genuinely thought that was going to happen. If I did mean 1,500, then I beat that by a great deal. If for some reason I did mean 5,000, well, I'm almost halfway there. I also said I wanted to collaborate more, particularly with smaller ZeldaTubers and with people outside ZeldaTube. I sorta accomplished those. I collaborated with Triforce Trends, who was a very small channel at the time, although he is very, very quickly growing. I also did a collaboration with Hylian Bricks, who does Legend of Zelda themed LEGO creations. So I did technically hit both those resolutions. but I want to do more next year, and I'd like to find creative ways to collaborate with people wholly outside the ZeldaTube sphere, similar to what I did with Nurchin during the Keaton video. People who don't directly relate to Zelda, but I can find creative ways to work with anyways. Lastly, I wanted to launch the second part of my channel, which was going to focus on non-Zelda content. That didn't happen at all. I do really believe in setting New Year's resolutions, but I believe in setting them as a goal to strive towards, instead of serving as some sort of pass-fail state. I didn't hit all my goals this year, but striving to hit them allowed me to have a 2020 that I'm proud of. I think the videos I've released this year have been some of my absolute best. The Civil War video is my only Hyrule history for the year, but I am immensely proud of the research that went into the video. It might be the video I'm proudest of on the entire channel. People in the comments often tell me it feels like a documentary. Sometimes as a compliment and other times disparagingly, but it's all complimentary to me because that's the vibe I was going for, and I'm thrilled that it conveys it. I released 2 debate videos this year, one with Tyler Townsend and another with Triforce Trends, both somehow revolving around Twilight Princess. Though I think I've retired that series, the comment section that comes with a debate video is just more hostile than I'm willing to deal with. They were both very fun to do. Mostly this year though, I've experimented with throwing video formats aside and just releasing videos about whatever interests me. How Breath of the Wild 2 can be scary, or how it should let Link have a dog, hot takes on Nintendo Directs, trying my hand at being Nostradamus, and making somewhat personal videos about Breath of the Wild's dragons. I had a lot of fun just making whatever I wanted this year, and I think some really good videos came from that. So 2020 really was a very good year for the channel, especially near the later half, even if I failed some of my resolutions. So let's look forward to 2021. First, I'll make a few announcements and give you an idea of what I'm working on right now. Then I'll lay out some resolutions. So, announcement time. I am very pleased to say that I'll be appearing in my first convention panel. The Uplink Virtual Convention is happening from February 20th to the 21st, and I've been invited to appear on the Zelda 35th Anniversary panel. Though I'll be the sole Zelda tuber on the panel, there will be cosplayers and artists and writers there. It's sure to be an excellent time. I am so honored to be invited to appear on a panel despite my size, and I hope you guys will come watch. I've posted a link to their website in the description. Now, what am I working on right now? Well, I have 4 videos in the works currently, all ranging in size and estimated release date. I'll talk about them in order of a release. The first is likely to be the last Age of Calamity video I'll be releasing, at least for now, and it's about what Breath of the Wild 2 could borrow from Age of Calamity. It should be coming out in the next week or 2. The second is finally another Hyrule history. This one is about the Lens of Truth. I'm expecting it to come out in a month, maybe 2. The third is a very big video. It'll be what I consider to be my first video essay, and it'll be about body horror in Legend of Zelda. It was meant to be a 10-minute video about it released on Halloween, but it's turned into something much bigger. It'll be released when it's done. I'm hoping before February is up, but there's no sure sign. And lastly, I'm working on my very first non-Zelda video. It's a retrospective and the development history of the very first Fire Emblem. This will likely take quite a long time, as Zelda videos will always take precedent. So now it's the time for my 2021 resolutions. So first, let's set a sub goal. We got about 1,100 new subs this year, and I think we'll aim a bit higher. As of recording this video, I'm almost at 2,100 subs. I hope that by the end of the year, we can reach 3,500 subscribers. That's about 300 subs more than we gained this year, but sub growth tends to be exponential, so maybe we'll make it. This year is the first one where I feel like I've actually been consistent with my videos. There have definitely been gap periods, but at the end of the day, I did release at least 20 proper videos. Next year, I'd like to aim for quality over quantity while still being active. I want at least one proper, fleshed out, and properly edited video every month, so 12 proper decent videos, and however many smaller or easier to edit videos that I'd like. I'd also like to bring Hyrule History back this year, so I'll be aiming for at least 6 of those. I also want to get at least 3 non-Zelda videos out this year. All the non-Zelda videos I have planned are long video essay style pieces, so this might be too ambitious, but we'll have to see. And that's essentially it. Thanks again so much for the support this year, and since the start of my channel really. I really look forward to tackling 2021 with all of you. I have a Twitter and Discord if you'd like to come chat, and as always, stay safe out there. 2020 is over, but who knows what awaits us in this unknown year ahead of us, and it's dangerous to go alone.